Hi, it's Matt from XL Pro PC, and today I want to do another update on the Brexit and how it's affecting the IT industry in the UK. So, yesterday I was looking at a supplier's website to get some products, get a price on a product, and once you've logged in to get the prices, there's a big red banner that says, "These prices are only valid for 2 hours because of the exchange rates and because of the out vote for the Brexit," which got me sort of thinking. It's like, are they over-exaggerating the Brexit to increase their prices? And if you're in the IT industry in the UK, you'll probably have seen what supplier it is. I'm not going to say, because that might get me into trouble, but if you're in the IT industry, you've probably seen that banner as well. I'd love to know what you think about that banner, but I'm going to tell you my thoughts on it in a minute. And just before I get into telling you my thoughts on about that, it takes me back to, I think it was 2011 or 2012. There was some major flooding in the Philippines, and the IT industry in the UK, as soon as this news got out that the Seagate factories, the Toshiba, I think, factories were flooded, obviously all the production stopped in the Philippines for hard drive production. So the IT industry made a big hoo-ha about this and says, you know, prices are going to go up. There's going to be a national shortage of hard drives in the UK, and they instantly put up their pricing on hard drives. And this was on stock that they already had in the warehouse, and they basically drastically increased the prices of hard drives as soon as this news got out about the factories being flooded. Which in my eyes was a bit dishonest, because they'd already paid for the stock. The stock was going to be staying at the same price that they bought it for, but because they thought that there was going to be a shortage and they knew that the demand would rise with this shortage, they bumped up all their prices. And I can honestly say that all of the UK suppliers did this, and they probably made quite a bit of money from doing it as well. And during this crisis, this hard drive shortage crisis and shortage, there was no shortage really. There was no supplier that ran out of hard drives. There was no one on the street begging for a hard drive. It was kind of a self-inflicted shortage, and the shortage never actually came really. I mean, prices after that might have increased for the suppliers, but it was a bad show in my opinion that suppliers increased pricing without on their existing stock. I mean, you could argue that they did that so that people didn't so that there wasn't a shortage, so that people didn't buy them out of all the stock while the new stock came in. But it was a sort of self-inflicted crisis, a self-made, self-fulfilled prophecy, as it were. And yeah, this banner on this supplier's website that's saying that these prices are only valid for 2 hours kind of reminded me of the same situation that we were in with the hard drive shortage. And the exchange rate does sort of vary up and down on a daily basis, probably on an hourly basis, on a minute basis, but you would assume that the supplier would have already bought their stock. The stock in their warehouse they've already purchased, and that you would have thought that the price that they purchased it for wouldn't be affected by the way that the currency, the US dollar, the euro, fluctuates. So, I mean, it does sort of make you wonder if obviously maybe they're on terms of stuff, but you would have thought if they had their stock on terms, maybe a 30-day, 90-day terms, that they would have basically gone around and said, well, we'll purchase it all now because it's going to be more expensive in 90 days or 30 days. So, yeah, it's one of those. are suppliers over exaggerating the you know the this Brexit, and are we the suppliers, are we the retailers suffering now because of it? And with a sort of banner like that, you've got to question that. And you know, it does make me think that suppliers are trying to cash in a little bit. You know, obviously there will be price increases when new stock comes in because of the exchange rate, but when you see that stock is already in their warehouse, and then you see them putting the price up and saying, "Oh, I can only guarantee this price for 2 hours," you know, is it scaremongering? You know, I think it's a dangerous precedent that you're putting that mindset into retailers that, oh, the price is only valid for 2 hours. You know, in my eyes, it's dangerous. That's a dangerous mindset to have, because if the retailer is then saying to their customers, well, I can only guarantee you that price for an hour, you know, then that fear, that mindset of fear is going to be passed on, and it's going to be passed on through the retailer and to their customers, and so on down the line. Then when fear grips an economy, the whole economy, the economy shrinks, people tighten up the purse strings, they don't want to spend anymore. So having banners like that on websites, you know, is fear-mongering. It's a bad thing to do. And you know, I would stress that the only way to get out of a recession and to alleviate the stress on the economy is to think positively, and keep people buying. And that's what we have to do to sort of bring the country out of this potential recession, another recession. You know, hopefully that the media. I mean, we've had Theresa May come in as Prime Minister, and that has boosted confidence. But we, you know, as an economy, as a country, we need to keep that. We need to keep positive. We need to keep purchasing things. When people close the purse strings, that is when we go into a recession, and that's exactly not what we want to do. So keep spending. Don't be fear-mongering, and that's about all I have to say for now. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.